Hey, this is Tanisha and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to go over idioms and expressions used to describe the mind. Mind, idioms, and expressions. Hope you can see that clearly. All right, here we go. Our first idiom that we have is called broaden or expand your mind. To broaden, what does it mean to broaden your mind or expand your mind? What it basically means is to understand more about different things such as people, subjects, ideas, and places. For example, singing a new song in a different language will broaden or expand your mind. That is expanding your mind. Our next idiom is to bring to mind. What that basically means is to recall or to remember something. For example, the sweet smell of this bakery brings to mind my grandmother's baking skills. Bring to mind. Our next idiom we have for today is to be in two minds. To be in two minds means to be undecided about something. You're undecided about something, and what that means is, for example, she is in two minds between working late or taking an early vacation. Be in two minds. Our next idiom that we have here is at the back of your mind. What does it mean to be at the back of your mind? What it means is that something that is in your thoughts that you're kind of thinking about, but you're not really thinking about it at the same time. For example, in the back of her mind is the fear of failing her interview. She's thinking about her interview. She's not sure if she's going to make it or not. It's in the back of her mind. She's trying not to think about it so much. Our next idiom is bear in mind or keep in mind. That means to remember. Bear in mind that the bill is due on the 5th and not the 10th, or else there will be a late fee. Bear in mind, keep in mind. Another mind expression is change your mind. To change your mind means to change your decision. They were going to go shopping, but changed their minds and went to the movies instead. That is to change your mind. Cross your mind or cross my mind. What that means is it's a possibility of a thought. For example, it crossed my mind that she would call me. Or it didn't cross my mind to bring an extra set of clothes to the event. Cross your mind. Our next idiom is to have a good mind to, or half a mind to. What that means is this person is feeling tempted to do something that they normally would not do. For example, the customer service was so bad that I have a good mind to ask for my money back. To have a good mind or to have the half a mind to do something, which means you might be upset about something and you want it fixed. The next idiom, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? That means to go insane or crazy. Are you out of your mind for crossing the street without taking or using the crosswalk? Out of your mind. The next idiom is to get something or someone off your mind. What that means is to stop thinking about that person, thing, or event. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get the results of his hospital bill out of his mind. He's constantly thinking about it. Our next idiom is to give someone a piece of your mind. What does it mean to give someone a piece of your mind? That means to express and share your disappointment. It could be said in a strict, firm, and or angry way or manner. For example, Daniel gave Stacy a piece of his mind when he found out that she had lied to him. Piece of My, peace of your mind, to give someone that. Sometimes it's not always a good thing, but it happens. Have something in mind. What does it mean to have something in mind? That means to consider something, to have something in mind. For example, I have something in mind. Let's go to the park instead. They're thinking about something else. The next idiom is to have a lot on your mind. What does that mean? A lot of people nowadays have a lot on their mind. That means to have a lot of thoughts, a lot of worry. It could be a lot of concerns. For example, you can see she's very busy and that she has a lot on her mind. What does it mean to have an open mind? To be open-minded. To be open, it means to be open about other ideas, culture, and people. It's good to be open-minded and to learn new things. To have an open mind or to be open-minded. Our next idiom phrase is have a mind of your own. What does it mean to have a mind of your own? That means that you're capable and able to make your own decisions. He has a mind of his own to do as he wishes, which means he's taking care of himself. He has a mind of his own to think for himself. Last thing on your mind. What does it mean to be that's the last thing on your mind? That means it's not important. She worked all day and all night, and the last thing on her mind is to eat. Instead, she wants to take a shower and go to sleep. So the last thing on her mind is eating. She'd rather go to sleep. What does it mean to lose your mind? That means to go crazy. She nearly lost her mind when she almost dropped her phone in the water. Can you imagine almost dropping your phone in the water? That can make a person lose their mind because we use our phones for everything. Our next idiom is to make up your mind. To make up your mind means to make a decision. He couldn't make up his mind about what he wanted to eat at the new restaurant. Make up your mind. Our next idiom is mind over matter. Mind over matter. A lot of people refer to this a lot because it means to have mental power to overcome something that's physical. For example, he didn't want to die before saying goodbye to his son, which means he waited for his son to get there before passing away. And I hear so many stories about that. A person was waiting for a loved one before they passed on. Mind over matter. Our next idiom is mind your business. This can be said in a rude manner, or it can kind of be said in a polite manner, but it's mostly said in a rude manner. It can be said in a rude manner is to mind your business. That means stop interfering. Stop butting into the business. For example, someone might say, don't tell me how to run my household. Mind your own business. Our next idiom is mind your language. That means to watch and be careful of what you say and speak. Grandma won't tolerate any bad talk, so mind your language. Mind your language. We used to say this a lot. Mind your P's and Q's. That means to behave well, to behave properly, and to show good manners. For example, you better mind your P's and Q's when you go to school. In other words, that's for that student to behave. Oftentimes we'll say, my mind went blank. That means you're unable to think clearly. You forget about something for a split moment. For example, I got so nervous during a test that my mind went blank. And that happens. Mind your step. Be careful of where you're stepping. Be careful of where you're walking. For example, mind your step when you get off the bus so that you don't fall. That is to mind your step. A lot of times we want something and we get it taken care of and we say, oh, never mind. That means don't worry about it. It's not important. Never mind. It's okay. I got it. Never mind. Our next idiom is not in your right mind. which means something that they did or said was unsensible and not logical. For example, he was not in his right mind when he spent $600 on a pair of shoes instead of paying his rent. Not in his right mind. A lot of times, men are described as having a one-track mind. That means to think about only one thing at a time. For example, a lot of men are considered to have a one-track mind, whereas women are the opposite. We can think about multiple things at one time. Have you ever heard of out of sight, out of mind? Forget about something or someone. For example, she needs to get this paper turned in now to put it out of sight and out of mind. To get something done, to forget about it once it's done, and to be over with. Peace of mind. I think it's very important to have peace of mind, which means to have no worries. There is peace of mind when a student passes his or her exam. Peace of mind. And now we're going to put your mind at ease. Let us put your mind at ease. Your plane ticket and hotel will be paid for by the company. Your mind is at ease, also meaning you don't have anything to worry about. There is peace. Your mind is at ease. Oftentimes we'll tell a friend, "Oh, you just read my mind." That means to guess what someone is thinking or to have the same idea. Yes, we should order pizza. You read my mind. Or sometimes things slip our mind, which means to forget about something. I forgot that the delivery guy was coming over today. It totally slipped my mind. Many of us are not afraid to do this, and that is to speak our mind, to speak your mind. What that means is to basically say what you think in a forward manner. Quite frankly, you just say it and that's it. Sometimes it could be said rudely, or just matter of frankly, it could just be said out. Something that can be said rudely, or for example, she often speaks her mind to get her point across. And now we're going to take your mind off of something. Take your mind off of something means to stop thinking about something that is unpleasant, not good. For example, speaking to others takes his mind off his problems. And last but not least, let's take a load off your mind. That means to relieve someone of a problem. Knowing that, for example, knowing that his family was safe took a lot off his mind. You guys, I know it was a lot of words, and I hope that it will help you as you continue to learn your English skills. Don't be afraid to use these words. They're all written down for you at the bottom. Write them down, practice them, and that way you can become more fluid in English. We say these words a lot, and I know also that this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. Many people suffer from anxiety. Their mind is tired, depression, lots of things go on. I want to say be kind to your mind. Don't be afraid to come out and say, you know what, I'm having some mind issues, some mental health issues. Mental health issues should no longer be viewed as a stigma, but should be welcomed as much as possible, so that everyone can fit into society. At any rate, like this video, practice these words, and have a great day. Thank you again so much for stopping by at my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.